Welcome back to CK2, the Mad World. Last episode, some wolves fought for the Holy Roman Empire, and that's pretty much that. We're moving to Norway. At least we're going to try this episode. A messenger has delivered you a letter from Prince Bello. It tells a story of how after his father died, his uncle usurped the throne. Is this a scam? Are we being scammed? However, before escaping, he managed to hide a significant amount of treasure out of a secret room in the palace. He wants my help to get it back. How terrible. I must help immediately. We send a letter back to the prince, hoping for a reply. I can throw the letter in a fire, or I can say, what a great idea, and send it to one of my rivals. Absolutely, let's do that. What a great idea. Your rival, Wali Abdul Rahman of Cabra, figured out the princely scheme. He backed out in the last minute and decided not to send me money. God damn it, curses. Well, that's a shame. Anyway, one of you pointed out last episode, I was an idiot, and accidentally set my chancellor to improve diplomatic relations rather than fabricate claims. That was a misclick. Look at this. Most of the cursor there is over fabricate claims, yet still we're improving diplomatic relations. Anyway, fabricate claims on Murrah, the capital. Magnificent Duke Rhino, peace be with you. Please support me by voting for the council. Asks King Bretislav. Sure, why not? So, we want to grab Norway. People seem to like the idea of becoming the wolf god, because of course we are a werewolf and dragonblood and all that lovely stuff that we've been over a few times. We've already got a claim. Problem solved. Now, how many men have Norway got? That's the real question. 14,000. How many have we got? 19,000. Oh, Norway. How the hell have they managed that? I suppose it's all just ice and mountains, isn't it, really? Okay, sure. Now, do we want to just go in gung-ho and just take it immediately? Or do we want to wait to grab some more claims? In theory, if we went to war with them right now, we'd win. Have we got enough boats? That could be an issue. I don't really want to march all the way up through Denmark. We'd have a fair amount of boats, to be honest with you. Still only enough to carry about 6,000 men, so we would need to hire some boats as well. I'd also like to build up a bit more money before we do that, just in case we need mercenaries, just in case something goes horribly wrong. So, why don't we leave him there, and still have him fabricating claims on the duchies, things like that. Try and take as much as Norway as possible in one fell swoop, just so we can sort of build our own kingdom. What comes after that? Well, unfortunately, independence from the HRE. Now, let's take a look, see if there is an independence faction right now. There is not. I'm going to start a faction then. Separatists. And, opinion of Liege is minus 15 for me. I didn't realize we disliked him so much. Oh, we actually really don't like him, do we? Elected titles held. He's got too many duchies. Right, I see. It's a problem with elective, as I learned from the Game of Thrones series. I'm pleased to hear that after a period of peace and shrewd management, the county of Cremona is doing very well. So we've got some downtime. I'm going to plug my second channel. YouTube.com/ well, it doesn't have a YouTube.com. Just go to the YouTube channel, Elise and Sam. Me and my girlfriend are playing through Oblivion. She's never played it before, so I thought I would sit there and force her to play it. Well, she seems to like it. I'm not really sure. You can judge for yourself over there. I'll put a link in the description. I'll put a top comment on this video as well, because I know a lot of people have been asking me, like, when are you going to play games besides CK2? You're going to play, you know, the Elder Scrolls, Mount of Blade, some sort of, like, fantasy adventure hack and slash games. So we're playing Oblivion. Go check that out. Let me know what you think. My liege. The highly prosperous economy of the realm greatly increases the demand for goods. I humbly request more funds for trading. Give him some funds. 500 gold. I really can't afford that, so I'm going to say no. There's also some really great anime dating sims on that channel. And some incredible voice acting by me. You probably don't want to watch those. My brother. Please don't refer to me that, wife. I have a proposal which might interest you, an old letter detailing the possible locations of some Hermetic writings. So, of course, we want to try and get a magnum opus done this episode as well. We're already in Magus. We actually have enough. I don't know why we haven't started yet. I suppose I just haven't really checked on it in a while. Sure. So we're going to go and try and find a Hermetic text. Now, these are just basically... You can spend a lot of money for a lower chance of getting more knowledge, if that makes sense. So this is the riskiest one that pays out the highest. This is the safest one, the cheapest, but you also get the lowest amount. I mean, what have we got to lose? As long as we already start writing the magnum opus before we take this event, just in case we can lose it by failing the mission, obviously. So, let's start the magnum opus. Then we might as well roll the dice. 300 gold, let's do it. Writing a magnum opus until the 5th of September, 11:10, so it's going to take me 2 years. Monthly prestige, 0.5. Awesome. Now, what do we want out of this magnum opus? Normally, a good first choice for when you're starting a game and starting to build up your dynasty is the magnum opus on the Universal Panacea, I think is how you pronounce it, which gives you additional health, additional learning, that type of thing. I'm not really sure what we want at this stage. Maybe we even want something like Martial. Oh, God. What do you want this time? Another 500 gold. You know what? Why not? Go crazy. We're not going to invade Norway for a while anyway. So, we can definitely afford it. I think our monthly balance is actually pretty good right now, isn't it? Yeah, 50 gold a month. So, you've got Theurgy, Astronomy, or Alchemy. Let's go with... Oh, do we want to get our learning up? Because we've got those books as well, haven't we? The Lesser Key and Great Key of Solomon, which require, what, 20 learning to start off with? I'm going to go with... I'm going to go with Alchemy. Alchemy is going to give us a lot of stewardship, it's going to buff our monthly balance, allow us to hold more domain, which is going to come in handy if we're going to take out Norway as well, obviously, because we need to be able to hold those lands. My wife is pregnant. Now, we're hoping for a much better son. Our first son wasn't bad, but unfortunately he came out with low fertility, which means he won't get any heirs from this guy, at least. And I'd like to have a more direct control over our family. He's already got 12 learning, though. That's insane. Our expedition into foreign lands certainly encountered its fair share of difficulties. We dealt with everything from unfavorable weather to lame horses. We failed. Failed the mission. Oh well. We've already spent our esoteric knowledge, so it doesn't matter. How much are we getting per month? That's a lot. 27 per month is a pretty decent amount. I still can't believe Apollo is the head of the Hermetic Society. Alright, do we want to go for Universal Panacea or Transmutation? So that gives us health, and that focuses on Stewardship. So I'm going to go with Stewardship for now. Try and get some more gold. Now, you can get varying qualities of Magnum Opuses. So you could get a level 3 Alchemy Magnum Opus, or you could get a level 4 Magnum Opus. We're hoping for the highest quality, obviously. If we don't get it, we'll keep it until we've written the other ones, and then try and level it up by sending it to China in exchange for some favor, and then just writing a fresh one with a later character. That's quite endgame stuff, though. Why don't we get a pet cat, giving intrigue +1 and health +1? Awesome. It's pretty useful. I wonder what our health is at now. Let's just see if we can get a rough idea. So we're Brawny, which gives +1. We're Dragonborn, which gives +2. So we'll assume we're at 8, assuming we have base 5 health. Werewolf gives like +2 as well. But it also makes us invulnerable from what I can tell. One of you thought that it might have been immortal. I'm not sure. I think it's invulnerable in the sense that if we get wounded, if we lose an arm, if we get, I assume, infections, things like that, we'll just heal instantly. I don't think we're immortal, though. I'll check the traits after we're done with this episode and just see if they flagged it. So when we look to it, we've got about 9 health then, 9, 10 health. I don't think we've got any... Oh, we've also got that, what is it, that book that gives... Yeah. There's a 0.5. Plus the pet cat, we're at about 11 health. Honestly, we're going to live for quite a long time if those stay around. Position of commander? Absolutely not. Thank you for asking. Oh, I was going to say, our marshal's gone up a lot, but because we're a werewolf, we've actually done a pretty good job. It should really add personal combat, I suppose, rather than marshal. Seeing as marshal is more about leading troops, but we won't worry about that. Reward my wife. Sure. Good work, wife, for having baby. We are, of course, secretly Norse. Okay, Magnum Opus on Transmutative Alchemy. So we didn't have any events to increase the quality of our work or anything like that, but let's take a look. Come on, quality 4. Now, certain ones are limited, so this might only be a maximum of level 3. It is quality 4. Awesome. So it's Martial +1, Stewardship +2, Learning +1. Really, really good. Unfortunately, we need a learning of 25 to equip it. Holy shit. Okay. That could be a problem. Although saying that, our current heir already has a learning of 12 and he's 4 years old. He's better than like half my council, if not all of my council. That's pretty impressive. Now, do we have a better steward? This guy's really, really bad. Let's go and look for a better steward. We'll wait for our claims to get together. We really need to focus on organizing the realm and making it as stable and as strong as possible. Oh, no. Well, I mean, it wasn't a son, so who cares? Look, we've got to take on a medieval mindset here. Okay, we're going to look for Joint Court, yes. We set filters to men only, because unfortunately our council only allow for men. What about Rotislav? He'll do. Invite to court. Thank you very much. And he could be our new steward. He is much, much better than our Prince Bishop right now, who does love us, so it won't matter if we fire him from the council. Send you a gift. And we'll have you collect taxes, I guess, just so we can build up some more money ready for the Norway invasion. Now, if we set our ambition... Why did we lose the ambition? What ambition did we have? I'm actually not sure. What we want to do is actually change our ambition to become a king. That will allow us to fabricate kingdom-level titles. Now, unfortunately, we can't clear it until we become the king of Italy. Now, I think it will also work if we do become the king of somewhere else like Norway. We do still need independence, but we can do that. It's probably not worth taking that then in hindsight. Groom and Heir, I think, gives additional fertility as well, so we'll take Groom and Heir. Alright. Let's hold a grand debate, sure. We'll take ourselves some free esoteric knowledge. Now, we do want to leave the Hermetic Society when it comes to founding a secret society. So we can actually found a secret Norse society, because Scandinavia at this stage of the game is Christian. We'll found a secret Norse society, do the whole cultist thing, and cause like a Nordic uprising. Once we get to that stage, but that's going to be quite a while away. So we could join another order in the meantime. Check out some of these new chivalric orders. We've got the Round Table. Military training, name acquired by a weapon. These sound very cool. I haven't checked this out yet at all, so it would be a pretty good insight. Again, I wanted to go in blind into a lot of these just so I can experience it fresh, really. And I'm right in thinking to become the champion. Yeah, you have to actually beat them in combat, don't you? Look at that. Monthly prestige, martial, sex appeal, personal combat. That would be awesome to get. What do we need to join that? We just need... We need a martial education. That's annoying. Or we're focusing on combat. So we'd have to switch our ambition. And also leave the Hermetic Society. Why don't we wait and see? Because we still got things to do in the Hermetic Society. We still got to come up with an invention. Where we invent, like, say, a blast furnace or a gun or things like that. That's a big event that we still have yet to experience. So we should probably stick around with that. Now that we're mages, we've got a chance of actually firing. Could take a while, though. It's got quite a low chance to happen. I've heard about a mad woman that tries to blackmail Duke Aldebert before my friend Duke Aldebert came to me and asked for help. I'll help you in any way I can, Duke Aldebert, my good friend Duke Aldebert. I'll let the debate commence. So we're going to try and argue with, I guess, Apollo and Athena. After a tough day of debates, I found myself alone in the corridor. Curiously, I spot some notes forgotten on the floor. They speak for the nature of the primer material. This is great. I could use these notes to prepare for my next debate. I have more confidence in my own work. Yeah, definitely. Just in case they're wrong, you know. This guy's got, what, 33 learning? He should be confident in himself, I think. I've been declared the winner of the grand debate. Awesome. So that's 200 esoteric knowledge, 100 gold, and 300 prestige. Pretty good moneymaker, eh? And all of the members of the Hermetic Society gained 5 opinion for me, assuming they were part of it. We probably want to mark that special interest and do it as much as possible. Similarly, we want to mark these as special interest. I'm not sure why they keep clearing. I swear I do that every single episode. We could... Oh, you can only summon an ethereal army at war. Oh, right. Okay, that's how they've stopped that then. Fair enough. Oh, wow. Okay, look at this. 4,600 prestige. Duke Rhino the Wizard, we can do it. We can already found a royal bloodline for our family. Let's do it. You are prestigious. You're well known throughout the realm as a great leader. You've created a prestigious bloodline for both you, your children, your grandchildren, and their descendants. You have achieved extreme glory. I am prestigious. And what that's going to do, that's going to give us a trait, Patriarch of the Rhino Bloodline. Diplomacy +4, Stewardship +4, Vassal, and Liege Opinion +20. Wow. Monthly Prestige +2. And not only that, that's passed down to our children as well. Line of Rhino. Very prestigious Lombard bloodline. So they're also going to get the stat boost from that. Our children are going to be incredibly good with the Demigod and Line of Rhino combination. That's awesome. I really like that. Sweet. Okay. Good stuff. Now, what we want to do... Oh, what is happening here? Who are we at war with? Oh, England. Right. Of course. Our liege set up an anti-pope, didn't he? Sergius the Fifth. I can't believe the actual pope hasn't already removed our Kinslayer trait. But what we'll do is we'll do our usual trick. How much gold did that cost me? I probably should have checked. We'll do our usual trick of... Oh, we've already got him improving relations. That's all we can do for now. Can I send you anything? No. Have we got any currency with China? Can we do anything with China right now? Nope, nothing really. Okay, sure. Now, one way you can get a lot of currency with China is trying to steal artifacts from other religions, which are quality 5. So, no, I'm not going to do that. So, if we go ahead and search for rare artifact. Yeah. Have you got anything? No? You haven't got anything either. This is a weird start date. I'm not used to where... I don't normally play this late. I normally play on the earlier dates. So, I'm not used to where all of the artifacts fall. You know what? In between episodes, I'll make a short list. And that way we can go and hunt them down next time. A courier has come forth inviting all knights of the realm to attend a grand tournament. Sure. Chance to prove our worth. I'm going to go fight in this tournament. We do have 19 martial at this stage. Do we have a weapon or anything like that? We actually don't at this stage. Okay, sure. Chance to prove my worth. To Master Rhino, my brother, I have a proposal. Some lost Hermetic writings. Yeah, last time we did this, it didn't exactly go well, did it? Roman law. That's essentially... reducing his power somewhat. This is essentially the first law type the HRE has. So, if we look here, Roman law had a great impact on modern and medieval law. Principles such as pacta sunt servanta were first formulated in Roman law. Does not flinch when it comes to draconic penalties. So this is quite an old-style decentralized law. So we probably want to approve that just to weaken the HRE a little bit, seeing as we're going to go to war with them anyway. 77% chance, 300 gold, 300 esoteric knowledge. Sure, why not? Let's do it. Once we'll just build up our esoteric knowledge at this point. What can we actually do with it? So we can't choose a Hermetic art, obviously, because we can't do anything with that right now. We can't make a horoscope. We could... Sorry, what are you? Purity 6, Flame Tender, Dragon. A group of holy warriors defending the Horde of Fafnir has, in light and recent events, offered military aid to all dragonkind to help repel infidel invaders from the rightful draconic lands. Sorry, where are the rightful draconic lands? Can we hire you? We're like I'm Dragonblood. Oh my god, no. Full moon. I'm also a wolf. So let's deal with that first. The moon has been growing full during the past couple of nights, and with your restlessness growing, you can sense it coming. It is time again to embrace the moon madness. What will the night bring? Decrease your control. You run through the night seeking prey. You eventually find it and you pounce, tearing, slashing, gouging, all while howling like the wolf you are. Blood. We killed someone. We gain martial +2. Well, that'll help in the tournament, I guess. Assuming that goes off martial, not personal combat. Commander? Nope, goodbye. And 300 esoteric knowledge, thanks very much. So we probably won't do that event anymore. We've got 1500. We don't have anything to spend it on, unfortunately. We can make a horoscope for our son that we're probably not going to play as. We might as well do that. So like I said, the horoscope system is not advised for your heir because it basically pigeonholes them down a particular education. If you guide them towards that education, though, they'll be very, very good at it. But obviously, if you want your heir to be a ruler of either diplomacy, you know, stewardship, martial, any of those, and it gets a learning outcome, you really probably don't want your heir to become a master theologian. But you're sort of forced to at that stage. So, we got for him, destined for studying. An intellect uncommon amongst most members of court, so we want a learning education. Sure, that's fine. Why not? And I assume magic counts as a learning education, but I'm not sure. I don't know how the game will react to that. So we have the stewardship focus now. That's XP +10. It's the same amount of fertility, less health. So, not that we need health anyway, we've already got an abundance of that. It might make our... Although we're already at 100 with our wife, so I'm not really sure what that's going to do for us, if anything. Might allow us to get lustful. We've already got lustful. Might allow us to get hedonist, but we've already got 2... In hindsight, you know what? Maybe stewardship was a bad call. Either way, we need the fertility right now because we don't have a good heir. Combined knowledge will be useful for identifying the plants. Sure, why not? And we have tech advances. Let's take a look here. Military organization, as always. Do we have any unique retinues, like werewolves or something? I suppose because we're not Lycan culture. Although Lombard heavy infantry is pretty good. I would like that heavy cavalry, then. We can actually form a lot. Wow. Monthly balance of 66 as well. Let's start working on our retinues, then. Sure. Let's get some knights. We'll get some heavy infantry and cavalry. Not a huge amount of men, but it's a pretty good amount just to start off with. Yeah, I don't really care about a random bishop. If you can make the Pope like me some more, so he'll actually excommunicate me. We are still excommunicated, aren't we? Oh, we still have Kinslayer. So we need to buy indulgence for our sins then. Where is that? Buy indulgence for our sins. Come on. Pope, you know you want to. Oh, sweet. We got 5 ingredients. Wow. That's one of the rarest, one of the hardest outcomes to get. I assume it's based on learning. I've really never looked into the Hermetic Society much. The lemongrass, nettles, hibiscus, mistletoe. Mistletoe. Oh shit, keep that away from Boulder. I don't think he'd be a fan of that. Okay, so the Pope was succeeded. We'll gain temperate, why not? Oh, we actually did. I sort of said that a bit jokingly, but we actually got it. That's awesome, sure. So how about now? Can we buy indulgence? Seeing as the Pope died, can we buy it again? No. There is only a small chance for when you buy indulgence to actually remove Kinslayer. So I'm hoping I did mark it as special interest before we did it. Anyway. We lost... Oh, we gained prestige because there was an argument during the council, sure. So given that we have a huge amount of prestige, enough to form a bloodline, and a load of money, what do we hire a smith? I don't know why I've not really been doing much attention with that, and I even said earlier we don't have a weapon. So let's do it. And I'm going to go for the crown jewels to start off with, because they're quite valuable in terms of giving vassal opinion. They give you prestige, piety, that type of stuff. So that'll come in very handy when we conquer Norway, and obviously the new vassals hate us because we'll be different religion, different culture. Cracker is pregnant. Thank God for that. So I'm going to commission the best crown jewels we can get. Now, we do need to save up some money here because, unfortunately, it is based off monthly income. They did cap it recently. However, it is still really expensive with what we're getting. Plus, what is that, 57 gold a month? Sure, I'll come carousing. And do you want to make me a commander again? Absolutely not. Where's my smith? Pretty sure he should have turned up by now. We're still searching. Okay, sure. So we can, what can we do now? We can give it to charity. I've also marked that special interest just because it increases the mood of the factions added by CK2+. So we do want to do that as often as possible. It's only 25 gold. We can also hold feasts. It's 25 gold as well. Definitely worth doing. Just so we get the, I believe it does increase the mood of your court faction as well, but it doesn't list it there. It does also increase prosperity, which is very, very useful, seeing as we want those prosperity events. We're only at prosperity level 1, so we can definitely get a lot more out of that. A son was born, named Rhino. Demigod, line of Rhino, quick, magical heritage. He's perfect. Train him in magic. We're going to name him Rhino the Second. Or Rhino the Elephant. He lost his dragon blood, which is a bit of a shame, but I suppose it's been watered down by the, you know, the god's blood, which is probably a step up when you think about it. I've encountered Major Hera many times whilst carrying out my duties for the Hermetic Society, and it's always a pleasant occasion. We can talk for hours, and if the time allows, because she never balls for me. If the time allows, because... What am I saying? Basically, we've just become friends with Hera of Olympus, as in, you know, Zeus's wife. Or, it might be more. You realize you had a crush on Hera and profess your feelings. Jerry. I could read Hera's answer in her eyes as soon as the words escaped my lips and my heart sank like a stone. It took her a moment to recollect herself. I'm flattered, Hera. I really am, but I do not feel the same way. Oh, I'm flattered, Rhino. I am, but I do not feel the same way. I'm sorry. Let us be friends. I'm honored to be your friend, Hera. Oh, that's nice. You know what? It was a moment of madness. Of course he loves his wife, Balder's daughter. Cracker, that's her name. I couldn't remember her first name for the life of me. And we're also now friends with Hera. Oh, and so's our wife. Oh, that's going to be a bit of an odd love triangle. Okay, sure. I've arrived at the rooms of Count Hendrik. Who's Count Hendrik? Oh, he's that guy whose feast I agreed to go to. Sure. We're now going to go and... You know what? No, I can't be bothered. I'm not doing any more Hermetic missions. In fact, we probably want to leave the society at this stage. We're really just waiting to get the invention. And there are probably better things we can do in the meantime. We could join the trade league and make a load of money. We could join the round table, which I think would be much, much cooler. Definitely up for that instead. We could always join Lucifer's own, possess the Pope, get claims on Norway. Huh, hang on. Now that I think about it, that's a really good idea. Satan, can I join you? Oh, we don't have any vices, do we? We've only got lustful, but we've also got temperate and humble and kind. What do we need? We need at least one vice trait and one impious trait. So we need either lustful, gluttonous, greedy, so any of the sins, or... Oh, well, and cynical, bad priest, hedonist, cannibal, impaler, or drunkard. We've got lustful. So really we need cynical, which is the easiest to get out of all of those. Sure. I mean, we can do that. Why don't we switch over to the scholarship focus when we get the chance? Gives us a chance to do the scholarship tree. You know, fighting monsters and potentially, you know, discovering the earth is round and things like that. Whilst also getting cynical. It's probably a good idea. So we'll aim for that. Alright, let's go and get a maid servant lover, intrigue +1, and plot discovery chance +10%. Awesome. Can we buy indulgence? Any indulgence? You got some of that indulgence there? No? Found a religious cult. Which is the Oath Keepers of Old Society. So this is the Norse society I was talking about earlier. 250 prestige though. Whew. Definitely not worth it yet. Like I said, let's get Norway first. Let's possess the Pope. Go for Norway. My courtier, Violante, has offered to travel to the Song Empire on a mission to bring glory to the Duchy of Lombardy. Yeah, of course. Are you my best chance of that? Or I can send my wife, which is a much, much better idea. Look at her stats. Yep, Cracker, you're going instead. Strange man approaches you, tells you that he's ready to buy an ingredient you have. Hibiscus? Absolutely, sure. You can buy my hibiscus for 126 gold, seeing as I got that for free in the hills. That's absolutely worth it. My wife is now my spy master. Why did she stop being my spy master? She was supposed to go to China. Maybe I just cancelled that event by making her my spy master again. Oh well. Yes, you will owe me a favour. That's a really good idea, I think. Need a new steward as well. Oh, my good steward left. Right, let's see if we can find someone new. This guy is incredible. Ansel de Manpura. Look at this guy. Midas touched administrator. Temperate, kind, humble. This is incredible. 25? Sure. Why don't we, I was going to say, why don't we start actually building some buildings with our 2,000 gold here. So we can upgrade our keep. Let's do that immediately, because they give 10% levy size, so that will come in very, very handy. Let's go for a library. Get some tech points in there as well. And we actually might as well build up a quarantine, just because that's going to give us more disease resistance. We're not making any money from this trade post anyway, so I don't mind losing, you know, a sixth of our very pitiful income anyway, just to increase our disease resistance by 10%. Seems like a really good deal to me. The Song Empire is a fascinating place, my lord, Duchess Cracker says as I turn the foreign coins over in my hand. She arrived this morning, and besides the obvious souvenirs, she comes carrying many a tale from her travels. Everyone in the castle wants to know everything. Bear with us, Cracker, as my scribes collect all of your stories. Gain 200 grace. 50% chance of her gaining patient. Oh, wow, that was really, really good then. And her ambition is to have 5 kids as well, which is very, very useful for us. We've already got a good heir, though. You know what? I forgot to educate him, didn't I? Whoops. Let's not worry about that too much. He's only 1. We're a very good character. Brave, kind, humble, gregarious, sure. These are all good traits we want to pass down. We will educate Rhino the Elephant II, our heir and namesake. Now, of course, we can crest a new Chinese artifact, so let's do that. What do we get? Ceremonial robes. We actually don't have any robes, do we? So that's pretty good. Diplomacy +1, and some prestige as well. Sweet. We've really buffed up our stats a lot this episode. We haven't done a huge amount, but we've got our stats buffed up a huge amount. We've got a lot of men as well. 31,000 men now is massive. A lot of taxes as well. Look at the taxes from Venice. 136, even though we're the wrong type of holding as well, is huge. This is really, really good. This has been a very good episode for the realm. Maybe not so much for story progression, but for the realm it's been great. Now, we haven't got any more claims on Norway, so we're going to assume you're crap. Seeing as we've got 100% chance yearly, I'm going to assume we can't fabricate duchy level titles because this guy's useless. So why don't we just manually try and get all the parts of this duchy then? So we want to go for here next. We might have to just manually dot him around, which is unfortunate. Why don't we get our wife studying tech now that she's incredibly... now that we've got an incredibly good heir, I should say, we should probably move her over to Constantinople to study the tech. The tech there is probably still the best in the game. Let's just double check here. What do we want to improve the most? Right now, military organization for my retinues. Oh. Well, that would be us then. Okay, never mind. What about trade practices, something like that? A lot of places are pretty good for that. Constantinople, though, all around probably has the most advances on average. 19, 20 through 20. 20... Oh, actually, you know what? Between us and... We were actually overtaking Constantinople this early on. That's pretty incredible. Okay, well, you can go study tech anyway just because we get random events, which will obviously give us an additional 50 tech points here and there. Besides the fact that we're not actually going to get a huge amount of base tech gain per month, we'll still get those random events firing, which is pretty nice. Remember, the tradition faction is improved. Can I buy indulgence yet? Is that possible? Seems to have disappeared completely. I'm not blind. I'm just... It's definitely not here. I feel like I haven't done it in years. Oh, well, we won't worry about it too much. What happened to that smith I wanted to search for? Let's try again. You want to buy some nettles for me for 133 gold. You are crazy. And let's host a summer fair as well. Oh, good. Word of an epidemic. You know what? In hindsight, I'm glad I started building up the hospital. Oh, dear. We've received news of an epidemic in Jar. The information is vague, but the people are dying like flies, for the fear of the disease is spreading as fast as the affliction itself. Furthermore, the condition is reported irreversible as well as incurable, and the scattered records of the events are worrisome. With no source of evil revealed, the people are turning to the gods and to each other to protect themselves from contagion. Many call it new plague. Plague only gets weak. Okay, so we've got the plague to worry about now. That's awesome. Luckily, we've got that incredible steward who's reducing my build time by like 62% there. So, really very little to worry about. What the hell is wrong with you people? Go back to Norway. Get me some claims. So what we want to do is keep building up our hospital, sink all of our money into that for now, because next episode we're going to have to fight off the damn plague. We should be okay, again, because we are a wolf, and I think werewolves are most likely immune to all diseases. So Still can't hurt to keep ourselves built up, though, can it? Because we do have courtiers. Maybe our children are susceptible because they're demigods and not full gods. Can't imagine Cracker will get it. We do want to get as much taxes as possible so we can build this up, this expanded sick house. Was a disease resistant plus 2% with that one. We want to get just generally everything that gives disease resistance at this stage. Getting the trait Lustful, which I think we already have, so that's pointless. We're getting the trait Zealous, which I think will ruin our whole societal thing. Let's do it for now, just because the Zealous trait will probably also make the Pope like us a little bit more as well. How you doing, Pope? Switch on Lustful, blah, blah, blah. Both Zealous, both kind. Yep, that's good. And we'll send him some gold, 400 gold. He now likes to buy 100. Still can't... Can we still not buy Indulgence? Where has that gone? I thought it was like once every year you could buy Indulgence. And does it not add a temporary trait as well? Recently bought Indulgence or something along those lines. The Servants of Anubis? Thank you for watching. Next episode, we'll fight off the plague. And maybe die. See you next time.